been waiting for this day for a while, and I'm super nervous. Well, not like super nervous, but I'm nervous. I start EMDR therapy today, and we're going to start off really small. If you don't know what EMDR therapy is, the easiest way to explain it is with therapy, your therapist teaches you like different coping mechanisms so that when you revisit traumas, you're able to take that trauma and move it from the negative side of your brain that, you know, is triggered easily by things, associates things with negative thoughts or feelings, and you move it to a part of your brain where it's just like, oh, okay, it's there, but it doesn't bring up those emotions. So my therapist said we're starting small. We're just, instead of like going straight into a trauma, we're going to do something that irritates me, which, I mean, that list is long. But I'm excited. It took me a really long time to find a therapist with that focuses on EMDR and does EMDR, and she has truly been amazing in teaching me coping mechanisms. And I think the biggest thing with therapy is that, like, when people do find a good therapist, like if they feel unsuccessful with it, it's because you're not doing the work on the outside of that office. You know, like, you only see your therapist once a week for an hour, maybe once every 2 weeks, but you have to be able to like take what you learn and use it daily in life. And she has been really good at teaching me how to apply those things. And I'm nervous, but if you have a lot of healing that you need to do, I would definitely recommend looking into EMDR. I did a ton of research on it, and yeah, it's really good for people like me with PTSD, and especially when you have like significant traumas. I mean, every single person in the world has trauma. So, you know, we all have room to heal. But I am excited for this. My therapist just texted me. She's always sit out here. She's like, you can come in early. I'm excited for this, and I hope, you know, like, my goals at the end of the EMDR therapy are to be able to get through life without the constant burden of triggers bringing up traumatic memories and taking over my headspace. That's like, it happens a lot, you know? So I'm gonna get in there before I get too nervous and hype myself up about it. And, you know, she's amazing. I know I'll do good. I really trust her to move into this. So, and that's another thing with therapists. You have to have a therapist you can trust. If there's not like a really good relationship there, you know, you may not get anywhere. But let's go do this. Okay, update. Just finished my first EMDR session, and holy crap, we started with something very small, and it brought up a lot. So I am feeling very anxious right now. My therapist warned me that the after effects of EMDR can physically present themselves with like anxiety. I've yawned probably like 30 times since I left my therapist's office 10 minutes ago. That was a lot. It was a lot. But what we did was we focused on something very small, which just so happened to be a picture that I found last week when I was going through some papers, and that picture triggered a negative memory and a very negative self-belief. And so we focused on that. And somewhere in my life, I developed the belief that I am total white trash. And I don't know where it came from. I know that there are a lot of feelings that came out in my EMDR session that are associated with it. Feelings of self-worth and guilt and shame. I hold a lot of pain and resentment towards myself for things that I had no control over when I was a kid. And a lot of that came up today. I did not expect my first session of EMDR to be this heavy. But I do know that that picture that I saw that triggered that negative memory, like now when I picture the picture in my mind, it's less of a negative feeling and more of like, I can look at myself in that picture and be proud. There's still some negativity associated with it. So we're gonna focus on that again in the next session. My therapist said I need to do something for me and just kind of fill my cup, because EMDR can be a lot. That was a lot. We had to stop a few times and just focus on coping mechanisms and breathing. And one of my favorite coping mechanisms that we do is this game called Categories, where you just like start naming, you pick one category and you just back and forth, you name things. So we did restaurants and flowers today. The tapping helps a lot. If you've been through EMDR, you know that the tapping is essential. So that really helped a lot. So I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. And so we're going to do something that I've not done in a very long time that I truly enjoy. And so we're at Dollar General and we're going to go in and get some things just to take care of me for the rest of the day. So let's go. Okay, so what did we get for self-care, you might ask? Coloring, word search. This one's my favorite right here because it reminds me of shit that I loved when I was a little kid. A Lisa Frank coloring book. So, yeah, I'm not feeling the hottest. I'm so exhausted, it's not even funny. But I'm gonna go home and take care of myself. Yeah, I keep you posted. I mean, overall, like, I really enjoyed, I didn't enjoy it, but I liked the EMDR. I feel like definitely it's gonna be a lot of work, but I am worth that work. So I'm gonna go home and take care of myself, do some coloring, have a cup of tea, listen to some comedy shows, and then call it a night. Okay, love you, bye.